Okay, so if there's one aspect I'm not hearing a lot of people talk about with this shutdown was that it made Sean Duffy look competent. Now, for those of you who don't know who Sean Duffy was, well, in the 90s, he was on a few MTV reality shows. One of them was called Road Rules All-Stars, where he drove around in an RV in the United States and in New Zealand as part of some competition. I'm not too familiar with it. I think it was a little like The Amazing Race. Anyway, flash forward a couple of decades later, this guy's Secretary of Transportation. A lot of people, question his qualifications for this job. They thought he got it because he was a friend of Trump's. Because, the only thing he did transportation otherwise was this TV show called Road Rules. So he's the Road Rules guy, becoming Secretary of Transportation. Well, with this shutdown, we had a crisis with our air traffic controllers. There weren't enough of them to man the towers, and something had to be done about that, right? So there were less flights. A lot of flights get canceled, they get reduced to accommodate the fact that you have less air traffic controllers. Now, I don't know if the Secretary of Transportation, Sean Duffy, put out this order saying, hey, you got to cut half the fucking flights here because you don't have enough people in the towers, or if he was just going along and supporting it. But either way, I think it made him look pretty competent as the Secretary of Transportation. In fact, this was something that I had suggested that they do, cut down on the number of flights to match the number of people they have in the fucking towers, instead of trying to overwhelm the few bastards who are still stuck there with too many flights. It would just led to an accident. Like I said, they put safety over profits. Surprise, surprise. And, Secretary of Transportation Sean Duffy looking pretty good right now. I would say that of all the Secretary of Transportations, he might be one of the best. I say might because I'm not interested in looking into the Secretary of Transportations. I've known 3 of them. Sean Duffy is one. One of the other ones was Mitch McConnell's wife and Captain Obvious, Pete Buttigieg. And out of the 3, I'd put him at the top there because he showed just the slightest level of competency by saying, hey, we can't have that many fucking flights. So, yeah, that's a surprise of the shutdown.